Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jeremy Poling, loan originator here at NFM Lending. Today we have the pleasure to have Miss Rachel Smith with RE/MAX Realty Advantage with us, joining us here in our corporate headquarters.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. This morning you asked me a really good question.
I did. It was, what is the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval?
So, great question, Rachel. We're being asked this question quite frequently at this time. It is a very competitive market out there, and to help your clients
It is a very competitive
become market ready and prepare their best offer they possibly can, we are weighing in the differences between becoming pre-qualified, where a lender will collect a credit report, review income documentation, make sure that the program does fit for this client, allowing debt ratios, employment histories, housing histories, things like that to be reviewed up front, issuing you that pre-qualification letter. Now, that will suffice to get your offer.
It will. It will suffice. But if we want to go the extra mile, I think that a pre-approval, especially in a multiple offer situation, is going to be key.
Okay.
So what would entail a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification that you just explained?
Very good question. So a pre-approval, we actually get the underwriter involved. The documentation that we have collected from the consumer is then submitted to the underwriter, with the exception, sometimes there actually is a property address, sometimes there's not. But the underwriter ultimately is the signing authority that signs off and makes the call on the approval to make sure that everything is finalized in a proper fashion to fit within the guidelines of whatever program the consumer is using. So the underwriter will have the ability to go in, underwrite that file from the standpoint that this consumer will be able to use the documentation from that approval right up front, thus giving you a much better offer, a much better approval whenever you're handing that over to the sellers.
Interesting. So it sounds like a pre-approval has a heavier weight with sellers versus a pre-qualification, which is good and will get you in the door, but a pre-approval is going to look a lot better and shine a lot more light on that offer versus a pre-qualification.
Shows that your buyer's much more committed to the process. They've, at that point, submitted a lot more documentation, so they're committed.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming in today, Rachel. We look forward to having you back at NFM Lending. And as always, we do appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone. We do look forward to speaking with you in the future.